name is Nancy Sagona, and I'm here today to talk to you about opportunities that provide a chance for you to show God's values in careers such as social justice reform and law enforcement because of the new reform that's taken place in the LA justice system. Today, I had the opportunity to interview Chief Meyer, who is the Chief Assistant Probation Officer of LA County. He has over 48 years experience in law enforcement and juvenile probation. He has told me today that he has been using ineffective and outdated approaches to rehabilitate incarcerated youth for 48 years, resulting in a 70% recidivism rate in the United States. That is why the government agencies are switching now to what's dubbed the Missouri Miracle Model. The Missouri model has a low recidivism rate of 14% in the country. I had the opportunity to interview top probation officials, law enforcement officials, doctors, and social welfare advocates. And I had the first-hand opportunity to see that this new model works. You can make a difference. If you're looking for a career that will provide you with an opportunity to be part of this juvenile justice reformation across the country, this could be a job for you. Today I'm going to tell you about three things. I'm going to first tell you how the impact and the potential that this reformation could have on the entire country. Then I'm going to tell you about what we're doing right now in LA today. And I'm going to tell you about the career opportunities that can abound from this type of social reformation. Vinny was a former juvenile inmate at Camp Kilpatrick, a juvenile detention center. I asked him, "What was your first day at juvenile jail like?" He responded to me by saying, "I felt the first day that they had given up on me and all of us, and I was just 13 years old." Because of this, we have to blame the system for the recidivism rate of 70% in the United States. The United States justice reform system has 70% recidivism rate, which means that 7 out of 10 offenders are going to repeat offend, such as Vinny. The blame is the large dormitory-style grouping and the military style of discipline instead of positive reinforcement programs. We're going to talk about the two models today. The Missouri model, dubbed the Missouri Miracle. All the people that were discharged, the youth from that model, ended up being privileged citizens in just 1 year after discharge. The new LA model is going to focus in the same way as the Missouri model. They're going to house juveniles in groups of 8 to 12 rather than in groups of 80 to 120. They're going to focus on positive reinforcement rather than military-style disciplines. I had the opportunity to interview senior advocate from the Children's Defense Fund, Michelle Newell. She says that if you have a facility that looks like a jail, then children are going to act like criminals. Guards are going to act like guards. I talked to Chief Meyer in more detail about this, and I said, "What are we going to do about this, Chief Meyer?" And he says, "We have a mentality transition to make. Because we have the desire to change, we will. And because we have the collaboration from the community and our partnerships with the Children's Defense Fund and other sociology welfare agencies." That's great, because next I spoke to Vincent, the former inmate at juvenile jail Camp Kilpatrick. I asked him, "How did you feel when you were housed with 80 to 100 kids?" He said he felt like he was in the Fight Club. He felt that he was in fear of his life on a daily basis. He constantly had to watch his back. Finally, I asked Chief Meyer what he thought about that, and he said, "We're going to look at reform in a completely different way. We're going to change everything we know about juvenile justice reformation, and I'm going to make a prediction," he told me. He said, and he predicted, that 8 out of 10 kids will not be repeat offenders once this new LA model comes into effect, which is starting today. 8 out of 10, he predicts, will not repeat offend using this new model. My final point is social reformation will create many new job opportunities and career opportunities today. First, we will need children care counselors, we will need child care advocates, and we will need people to retrain to the transitioning of the existing staff members who work in this field already. In conclusion, we can see by using positive reinforcements, providing a safe environment for children, and by treating people with respect, we have opened a door up and given an opportunity to these kids who didn't know they had any options until today. Loving and helping people elicits change. Those are the values that God loves and values. He needs people like you to work in a career like this. Thanks for listening.